buffing the face where the coils mount, because if you put paint on it and then come to it later and the coil doesn't fit flat, everyone will say, what's wrong here? So wait, this is just tuning it in a little before we get to the primer and the paint, which is what we're about to do. So the chassis is ready for primer now. We use urethane primer that will be tinted the same color, so if it ever chips, because it will chip, you'll see black under the black, so you'll never know that it was primed or not. Originally a 917 was just painted. The 908s were red primered, but the 917s, they were just painted black. It wasn't the best way to do it, but it was the best way they chose to do it because the cars were going to be expensive last year anyway. All the noise and all the banging around is what's going to be happening while we're doing this, but just to show you the way we have it hanging, Bill will be a painter and I'll paint, and we'll start in the middle and work our ways to the outside. Say hello to everybody, Bill.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody, Andy.
Hello, everybody. See,
Andy's got glasses now, but for 10 years we tried to get him to wear glasses, but he never would.
Not everybody wears glasses.
That's right. So anyway, so we're about to start painting. This is just a little prep work. Anyway, this is a 917. If we told you which one it was, we'd have to kill you, so we're not going to tell you. It's just a 917. Bill and I are going to prime it. We have primer in the guns. We have masks that we wear so we don't die after we paint. And Billy's going to do the front, and I'm going to do the back, and we're going to meet in the middle. Now, that time is when we're playing sword fights with each other. No, not the sword fights you think that you had when you were a little boy with your boyfriend, friend, whatever. You know, sword fights in the toilet. You probably never did it, right?
No.
Yeah, well, I did. Anyway, I'll start at the back and meet in the middle. This is what you call wet on wet. This is a black urethane primer that we mix in with black paint so it'll look black. Then we'll mix black paint. We'll go back, we'll wait 2 hours after lunch, and then we'll paint the final coats, of which will hopefully be in the same frame of mind. Frame of mind! You get it? A frame! Yeah. Anyway, so we'll do that, and just in case we want a little drama here, I'll tell Billy better do a good job, right?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Because Jesse will have to bleep that word out of this. Anyway, all the best to you.
Okay.
Good luck. Meet in the middle.
Okay.
Sayonara. See you in a bit. Don't step to get a rhythm going. You can see sometimes I don't know where I'm painting next. You can't really just paint 1, 2. It's more efficient to fan around and paint it and go on the other side to get it. It's too hard to do it that way. Everybody has their differences.
I usually try to get all the difficult areas first, and then come back and do the rod.
That's about it here. Well, Bill and me, all precious. I don't know why I said precious. That's something new. Do I have a black thing around my face? Yeah, you got skunk eyes too. Bill only got me a couple of times, and I got him a few too. That's just here. See, ha ha ha. But sometimes you pull the truth like that. Anyway, so we'll sign off on this, and we'll come back when we go to paint it black. Just in case there's a couple of areas that we have to sand, because Bill got carried away with a run or something, we'll come back in 2 hours and be able to hit those spots with some real fine sandpaper. But the new paint will stick to this paint. That's the art of doing wet on wet. We don't have to wait for this to dry all the way, because if we do, we basically have 24 hours before we put the final coat on, i.e. back to wet on wet. So that's how we save a lot of time.